Good morning. Whoa. I already tried this twice now. I was a little over 15 minutes into this, and I don't know why, but I was using the Gimbal's actual app, and I guess after 15 minutes it just off, and it just started recording again. So either way, I'm going to try to make this a lot shorter. Hey, welcome to the channel, Gray Cloudy Day. Yes, I'm a little irritated, but I'm trying not to be. Little coffee. Good morning. I hope you're doing all right. Something I don't hardly say anymore, but hit the like button if you could. I'd appreciate it. It does help the channel out. Now I got to go back to the beginning of where I started, and I'm going to try to remember my time. Part of the reason they ran out, or I don't even know why it does that. I've never done that, and didn't know that it would just stop and then restart recording. So, and I don't know if it was the app or the camera. I have no clue. I've never had that happen. So we're on chapter 5. It's called Truth or Fiction. And it's going to be talking about the third agreement. Even though we're talking about and reading from the fifth agreement, we're going over all the agreements before we get to the fifth agreement. So the third... Oh, and by the way, I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. And what does it mean to be Sage of the Eternal Moment? I don't have a really quick answer other than that. I just know that I'm supposed to be focusing on the day I'm in and the moment I'm in, and that the moment truly all that Gray Cloud has. Like, none of these material possessions are really, like, I didn't come, I won't leave here with any of it. Okay, let's just get into this real quick so I don't run out of time again. For centuries, even millennia, humans have believed that a conflict exists in the human mind. A conflict between good and evil, but this isn't true. Good and evil are just a result of the conflict, because the real conflict is between the truth and lies. Perhaps we should say that all conflict is the result of lies, because the truth has no conflict. It doesn't need, it exists whether we believe in it or not. Lies only exist if we create them, and they only survive if we believe in them. Lies are just a distortion of the word, a distortion of the meaning of a message. And that distortion is in the reflection, the human mind. Lies aren't real. They are our creation, but we give them life and make them real in the virtual reality of our mind. When I was a teenager, my grandfather told me the whole truth, but really, I was always thinking, how can we know the truth? I was using symbols to try to understand the truth, when the real truth is that the symbols have nothing to say about the truth. The truth existed long before humans created symbols. And that's true. As artists, we're always distorting the truth with symbols. But the problem, as we said before, the problem is when we believe that, because some lies are innocent and others are deadly. Let's consider how we can use the word to create a story. A superstition about a chair. What do we know about a chair? We can say that a chair is made of wood or metal or cloth, but we're just using symbols to express a point of view. The truth is that we don't really know what the object is, but we can use the word with all of our authority to deliver a message to ourselves and to everyone around us. The chair is ugly. I hate this chair. The message is already distorted, but this is just the beginning. We can say, it's a stupid chair, and I think that whoever sits in the chair might become stupid also. I think we have to destroy the chair, because if someone sits in the chair and it falls apart, that person will fall and break a hip. Oh yes, the chair is evil. Let's create a law against the chair so that everybody knows that it's danger to now on is the chair. And this is going on all the time. You can just replace the chair with any other subject that other people are trying to make other people like stay away from or feel fear for or whatever. Or they're trying to impose a law and tell you can't do this, you can't do that, whatever. And especially when you're not really hurting anybody else. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, the government does it all the time. Even people that in the government post themselves all the time, you know. If we deliver this message when whoever then whoever receives the message and agrees with the message starts to become afraid of the evil chair. Very soon there are people who are afraid of the chair, that so afraid of the chair that they start having nightmares about it. They become obsessed with the evil chair. And of course, they have to destroy the chair before it destroys them. Do you see? We're an object. It exists, and that's the truth. But the story we create about the chair is not the truth. It's a superstition. It's a distorted message, and that message is the lie. If we don't believe the lie, no problem. If we believe the lie and try to impose that lie on other people, it can lead to what we call evil. Of course, what we call evil has many levels depending on our personal power. Some people can lead the whole world into a great war where millions of people die. There are times in other countries and destroy their people because the tyrants believe in lies. And I'm going to leave it there. We're going to shorten this video. It doesn't need to be probably 15 minutes long. I'm going to have to make a mark. Might as well just do it now. I'm going to mark my spot because this goes on. And I think what made the video longer is me trying to explain to people, don't get your panties in the water or your feathers ruffled. Because it does go into talking about heaven and hell and how it is also a state of mind. So I was just letting anybody know out there, just because you were raised a certain way and taught a certain way, don't get your feathers ruffled when I'm reading from this book. Because there's a lot of good stuff in the book, and Toltec wisdom has helped me. And I do believe that many people are walking around in their heads living in a living hell. And then if you do believe in an afterlife, I believe where your consciousness ends up being at the time that you pass on is going to determine where you end up next. Like on what level. And that might be a lot worse than Earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like, I'm shut something. Anyway. Don't think that just because I'm reading from certain books and I'm sharing with you that that is exactly my beliefs. Totally. But I do apply the Toltec wisdom into my life. I am actively trying to remember all 5 agreements every day. Don't make assumptions is a very good one. Because when we assume things, we create chaos within our own dream. Assume you're at, whether it's good or bad. If I don't know for a fact, then why should I be assuming it? And I do assume a lot of crap. I assume things all the time. That's part of my human experience. But I'm trying to correct it. Every time I find myself out of the moment where I'm thinking into the future or I'm thinking into the past, I'm not living for today. And what is Great Cloud going to do today? Well, I'm going to try to live for today, this moment, right now, making this video. But when I get done making this video, I don't know what else is about to happen. But I do have a certain routine, and I'm going to try to go about some of that routine. And then anything else that falls into the day that's outside of the routine, I'll deal with accordingly. Oh, and I wanted to just show everybody the Jaws shirt that I have. And I'm realizing I think I have my setting where you're seeing it backwards. I fixed that the other day. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, yeah. I think we're, I just reached about 10 minutes now. So if I want to make this video a little bit less than what it was going to be, first off, earlier I read a little further into the book. I think we stopped at the right point. When we pick up, we will be getting into that whole concept of heaven and hell and all that kind of stuff. You live hell, or you can be in a more blissful state and try to live heaven here right now. Even in scriptures, guys, if you will look, the Christ said, it's here and now. It's within you. That kingdom of heaven. A lot of people keep thinking of some far off place and something that they got to reach for, when really we can reach today to make our lives better. Be in a better state of mind in this moment today. And I will say one more time, I'm not a preacher. I'm not somebody that's authoritative or an expert on any of this. The only expert thing I'm at, I guess, is maybe my life, and I'm not that much of an expert at my life. So don't take anything that I'm really saying, to heart. To my personal life and just my take on things, okay? So once again, please don't get your feathers ruffled. I appreciate each and every one of you every single day that do watch, every single day the people that comment, any of you. And until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud. Oh, hey, hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't. Think about it anyway. Okay, over and out. Sage of the Eternal Mind.